Hi everybody, it's Russell back, going to show you how to install the Trek Armor seat covers on your Wrangler JK, just as we did the front. We're going to be doing this on a Rubicon Unlimited. This is a 2013 model. So let me show you real quick the operation of the back seat. What you're going to find is on the side, the outside of both seats, there's a level. Pull it up, the seat will collapse and the headrest will tumble backwards. This will happen on both sides. Now what we're going to have to do to start is remove the headrests, and these are a little bit different than the front. There is a small tab underneath the fabric in front of both posts on each headrest. You push your thumb up there, you press backwards. That will disengage the clip from the post and will allow you to slide the headrest off. Just like that. Now I'm giving you a small shot here. You'll see the, hopefully be able to see the clip that's being pushed, or it's a little tab, and there's the indentations on the posts. And we're going to do the same thing on that one right there. Alright, in your package you're going to have 4 pieces to this project for the rear seat. You're going to have 2 of these seat backs. One of them is going to be for the large portion of the seat. That's that one. The other one is going to be for the smaller portion of the rear seat back, right there. You're also going to have bottoms. You're going to have the large bottom for the large portion, and you will have the small bottom seat cover for the small portion. Please make sure that you have all 4 of these items before you start this project. Alright guys, step 1, we're going to be installing the bottom seat cover on the small portion of the rear seat. Just like in the other videos I've showed you, there is Velcro that goes all the way around the perimeter of the seat cover. Now what this is going to do is it's going to attach itself to the carpeted portion of the seat. This is what holds the seat cover firm, and if you don't use the bag trick that I've told you to do several times, it's going to get caught. You also have on the back flap the same Velcro, and it's going to attach to the fuzzy portion on the back seat. So make sure when you're doing this to slide your bag in between the seat covers, which will help to reduce the chance of that getting caught. You see, it's already getting caught on the seat just laying there. So I recommend that you use a bag around all the corners, especially between these 2 cushions right here. There's that same fuzzy material, so slide a bag down in between there so that that Velcro doesn't get caught on it. Go ahead and slide the seat cover all the way down, and then you'll just pull the bag out and go ahead and just firmly press the Velcro down there in between the seats up against that carpeted portion. We're not going to do anything with this seat belt. We're going to leave it just where it is. We're going to take this flap and push it in between the seat covers, also with a bag. Okay, we've got the bottom seat cover installed. Everything's nice and tight. The only thing that I don't really like is the fit right here, but it fits good. It's very tight. And if you look around here in the back, the Velcro, this is very tight. So this cushion's not going anywhere. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cushion on for the seat back portion. And thankfully, we don't have to cut into the seat back at all like we're going to have to do in the front. The seat back that Trek Armor gives you cover already has the slots for the 2 posts here, and it's got a slot for our handle right here. Now looking at our cover, it's pretty much the same as the front. It's got this Velcro flap, and it has Velcro around the edges. So by doing this, it's going to allow it to stick with the Velcro to the fuzzy carpeted part of the seat. This helps to keep it stable. To make this install a little bit easier so you don't have to cram your fingers in between these 2 upright cushions is just to move the seat about that far. So now you're not having to fight with your hand between here. So I'm going to go ahead and set the seat back cover on partially and then show you what to do next. All right, I want to show you a little trick. Because the Velcro on here is going to catch this seat back all the way down, fold the Velcro up just a little bit as you're sliding it down. That way it's not gonna, you're not gonna fight with this all the way down, because as soon as it touches, it sticks. So just do that, and then work your seat back all the way down, making sure that you have the post coming through the slots here. Okay, once you get to this point, the way that you know this is lined up is this big slot right here for the handle, or for the seat tilt, is pretty much square with it. You'll have these lined up like this. This allows us to pivot back. And if you notice that the piping is on the edge, the way it's supposed to be, and you've got this space over here, and there's no space over here. That's the way the seat cover's made. So the way that you know you've got it square is just to look at the sides like that. And when you look at the front face of the seat, you're also going to see you've got this strip over here, and there's not one over here. But this is correctly installed. The seat is square. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use my bag trick. I'm going to shove a bag in between here. Then I'm going to pull or push this flap in there with the bag so it doesn't catch on the Velcro. Okay, I've got my bag in here. And remember, it's to keep this Velcro part from sticking to the fuzzy carpeted part of the seat when you're sliding it through. But make sure that the bag is on the top portion. So I'm going to slide this through like this, and then I'm going to walk around the other side, and I've got it with my hand, and there it is right there. So just pull that nice and tight, tilt the seat forward just a little bit, and then just work your Velcro down like this. Pull your bag out and pull this up just like that. And on the sides, just make sure that everything is lined up. Now you've got a space right here. Got a piece of Velcro to just tighten the side up like that. And then in between here, should already be down. So once you get everything installed, it should look just like that. So other than putting the headrest back on and installing that, we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on this large seat over here. Alright, when we're doing the large portion of the back seat, two things that we got to notice here. We've got these two buckles. Now, the way that these buckles are attached to the other side, right there, we don't need to do anything with these because we're sliding the bottom cover under these, so it'll just go right around like that. What we're going to have to address is when we do the top, this cushion. So I'm going to do this cover exactly like I did the cover over there. I'm going to slide, and I'm going to keep this Velcro. I'm going to put my bag here up underneath the cover, and I'm just going to slide it and work my way in there. This is going to be a little bit of a pain because there's so much of this carpeted material. So you just got to be patient with it. If you have a friend to help you or somebody that can, I highly recommend it. It will make your life a little easier, but this is 100% doable by yourself. Alright, an 18mm socket is what will remove this bolt. Please make sure to refer to your factory manual for torque specifications. This is a very important bolt, being that it holds and is the anchor for the seat belts. to remove the bolt, the seat belts, just like that. So I'm going to push this back through the two cushions. Now once you've removed the bolt and pushed the seat belt through, this is what you have. Alright, so I'm going to start with this part and I'm going to thread it as I'm putting the seat cover on. I'm going to thread it through that slot and it'll come all the way up here, and then once the entire seat belt is threaded through and I've got the cover all the way down, then I'll slide this back through and bolt this back down. Alright, sliding the cover down just like we've done on all the other seats. This is where we should be. I've got this threaded through there. Everything is lining up nice. There's, like I said, and I've told you over and over, there's Velcro all over this seat. So I've got my flap here. I'm going to use my trick with the bag to push it through. Just make sure that it's square and lines up on both sides. Make sure everything's even. Same thing back here. Just make sure all the Velcro, nothing's touching, because that will prevent it from sliding down. So I may need to rotate the cover just a little bit that way, but so far everything's looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and get the cover situated. I'm going to use my plastic bag here, and that plastic bag is going to go in between the seat covers. I'm going to push my flap through. Alright, just as before, I've got my plastic set under there, and I'm going to go ahead and push the flap through from the other side. So by working with this seat slightly tilted forward, it gives me enough space where I was able to rather easily, of course with the bag, slide that flap all the way underneath. Now just remember, the flap goes on this side on top of the seat belt, not on the other side, because the seat belt loops around and this bottom flap hooks on the back of the seat. And we can see we've got our portion of the seat coming through the flap. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to readjust this, and then I'm going to hook this up like that. Okay, once you've got the flap completely pulled through, go ahead and join the two pieces with the Velcro. Put your bolt back in, torque it to specifications in your manual. Make sure that this little piece right here on the side is Velcroed and adjusted. And then just check for general installation, fit and finish. Everything should line up. So everything looks good. The wrinkles will work themselves out. So that's the install in a nutshell. I'm going to show you how to put the covers on the headrest, then we'll reinstall the headrest and we'll be done with the back seat. Alright, for your headrests, after you open them, of course they've got the Velcro down here along the bottoms, or the bottom insides. You're going to notice you've got a surface that's got a large area, or I'm sorry, a little bit smaller area and a large area. Just match that up. Your headrest has got a large area and then it tapers down into this smaller area. So the wide part, this would be the front, and that's the back. All you do is just slip it over the headrest and then attach the Velcro. Alright, I've got both headrest covers on, and I'm a little disappointed. There's just not enough material. I've got this stretched tight as a drum. there needs to be about a 1/2 inch more material on the bottom to make the Velcro meet. This one, you know, I can't stretch it any further. So it's on there correctly. It fits tight and everything all around the sides, but there's not enough material on the end. So, and as you can see, the holes are pretty much covered up. That's not going to be that big of a problem, but I guess out of the whole install, as far as the quality, I would say the headrests are a little bit lacking. The front headrests that I did, you know, same thing. This is just, they should have had the Velcro go all the way across. This looks a little trashy, but there's plenty of material. So, you know, with these, maybe it'll lengthen out a little bit. Probably not. I mean, that's a lot. Like this part right here, I can't even stretch this enough for it to clasp. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put the headrest back on. They just slide right over and they'll clip on, and then I'll give you a shot of everything the way it is with everything installed. Alright guys, this is the finished product. I've got the headrest installed. Covers are on, looking good. Not a hard job. Without having to stop filming, I probably could have done this in, I don't know, 30 minutes. So, I highly recommend, if you need seat covers for your Jeep Wrangler, that you check out the Trek Armor seat covers. They are very durable, they feel good, and they look good.